save. You need to learn how to save your money. Because if you cannot save your money, then you're exposing yourself to future danger. So I'll talk about 8 points so that you can reflect on them. The future belongs not only merely to those who earn the most, but to those who manage and save and invest wisely. If you earn, you manage, you save, and you invest wisely, then the future belongs to you. Some people just come through life, they just live, and they just stay, and then they die and they go. I don't think God created anybody to live in that kind of life. God's best is that we will enjoy life. This life is meant to be enjoyed. So you don't just come here and just live like, and some people even work till they are 70, 75. Some are even changing their age. The government has changed it to 70. They are altering their age so that they can even stay to 75. Now we're having professors die on duty because what they are declaring as their age is not their real age. Nothing stops you from retiring at 60, at 65, and then just live your life. You say, how is that possible? You can be going on vacation with your spouse. You can just be traveling. Yesterday, I was talking to someone and says he earns 50 million naira monthly from his investment. So he stopped working. So it's the investment that is working for him. You know what it is to earn 50 million naira? It means you stop working. No matter how much the flight is, you will be able to take a first class ticket and travel to any part of the world. So that can be your portion if you plan well. And nobody says you must work until you're old, until your white hair is coming, until government now force you to leave. No, you must plan your life well, because if you do, then you stand a better chance of enjoying the future. So one of the things I'll be talking about today, please note the following points. The first one is understand the difference between saving and investment. The difference between saving and investment. Many people use these two terms interchangeably, thinking that they are the same thing. No, but they're different. They're not the same. Saving is setting aside money for short-term needs, emergencies, and planned expenses. You set aside money for short-term needs, for emergencies, and for planned expenses. Investing, on the other hand, is putting more money into assets that can grow and generate returns over time. That's a big difference. So if you take your money and go and put it in First Bank, say like 10, assuming you have 10 million, you just leave it there in First Bank, let them be saving it for you. It's saving. Yes, it can solve problem when problem arise. But that same money, you can put it in any of the money programs that the banks have, whether it's a fixed deposit or treasury bill, and they'll be yielding interest for you while it's still in your bank. So you need to know that keeping money in the bank in today's economy is not useful anymore, because the rate of inflation is very high. So if you pile up money there and you want to buy something, over time, that same money cannot buy what you bought yesterday. So you need to be wise. Saving protects your money. Investing grows your money. So investing generally will grow your money, while savings help you to save the money. A wise financial plan requires both. You need to have both savings and investing. I won't talk about investment in Nigeria today, but there are many investment portfolios we can discuss. But I hope other speakers will address them. But if they don't, maybe I will talk about it in the next program. But for now, I want to continue by saying that the second thing you need to do is that you need to pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Tell your neighbor, pay yourself first. Most people spend first and then save whatever is left. It's wrong. You need to pay yourself. Yourself should be a priority. When you work money, say, I'm going to pay myself first. Not that you will do all the expenses, you will do transportation, buy clothes, or whatever it is you want to do, and then the remaining, whatever is left, that's when you want to save. No. Pay yourself first. Very, very important. This is very, very important. Smart people save first and spend what remains. The principle is simple. Income minus savings will lead to expenses. So when you have your salary, you say, okay, I'm going to save this percentage. The balance can then become your expenses. But for most people, what happens is that they receive their income, they just do all the expenses, whatever is left, that's what they now say they want to save. It is wrong. You need to change that perspective, change that narrative so that you can save. And then somebody say, how much can you save? It depends on you. You can save 10% of your income. You can save 20% of your income. In fact, you can save any percentage of your income. It's all about discipline. Many years ago, some people used to earn salaries in terms of 20,000. Professors, I see one professor here. Welcome, Prof. 1,500. Yes, there was a time when they now take minimum wage to 15,000 naira, and you money went up to about 20,000 naira, there about 21,000. I remember I was working then. But even in the midst of that hard, that money that you think was low, people were able to save and buy land and do certain things. Today, even when the salary has gone up to close to 1 million, some people can't still do anything. So the